Namaste. Welcome. My name is Kata van Doesselaar and I'm happy to guide you through this Ego yin-yang flow class. You will see the ego symbolic just flowing through the whole class. It's one of my favorite sequences. Sometimes I alternate it a little bit, but the essence of it would be definitely being bound, being attached, and then being free, being set free, right? Liberation. And so let's just start this practice with the ego mudra that we can create by crossing our wrists and then crossing the thumbs, and we can spread the fingers, which in this case would be the wings, and we can spread them over our heart. Ego in Sanskrit is Garuda. Maybe some of you are familiar with this. So let's just enjoy our Garuda yin-yang flow, which will be a combination of a gentle vinyasa flow in a soulful way and some yin poses. So let's just take this moment to land on our mat, to be here, and sense this mudra on your chest, on your heart. A mudra that is welcoming, that is protecting, that is embracing. Feeling this gentle touch on your own heart, on your own chest, from your own hands that are probably radiating some warmth, some softness. Taking a little time to land, to soften, to release any tension, release stories and thoughts. And just give ourselves permission to feel, to land, to be here fully, to take this time, this moment for yourself, to nourish yourself throughout the practice, but also to allow yourself indeed to feel, allowing yourself to release things that maybe are holding on to you, that are bounding you, and allowing yourself to feel this deep inner longing for freedom, which we all carry. In some ways it's a quite comic situation, as boundless and infinite spirits we are logged, seemingly we are logged in this finite life, in this finite body, right? And so there is a deep longing in all of us for freedom, for more expansion, for more lightness or ease and grace to flow with. Because in some parts of ourselves we may remember how it is, maybe just at night, how we easily can flow from one place to the other as we sleep, and we are more in our presence in other dimensions. So just embracing this polarity of being free yet being attached, being bound and being just limitless. So take a few loving breaths into your heart. And with every exhalation, feel free to release whatever is on the surface, maybe holding you back from feeling free, from feeling more spacious. as we land into this space of acceptance and love, maybe there's an intention that you want to set for your practice. Anything that you would love to access, feel, embody more. And may this practice bring it to you. Or maybe indeed something that you wish to release, set yourself free from. And you can offer this practice to that particular theme. And so let's just chant one arm together. So nice long inhale. And then slowly you can open your eyes. And with your next inhale, slowly you can start to open the arms and create a big circle. On the exhale, slowly take your hands down to the heart. A great way to start to deepen our breaths. Inhale and exhale. And then one more. Inhale. Gracefully moving. And this time, as we take our hands up now, swing your right arm underneath the left, crossing the arms. Right under left, cross at the elbow, cross at the wrist if you can, palms together. If this is too much for your shoulders, feel free to just give yourself a hug, hold on to the shoulders. And then on your next inhale, slowly start to take your elbows slightly up. You can create a little hollow shape with your back, gazing up. And then on the exhalation, you can slowly round, pulling the elbows in to the navel, release your head, your neck. Inhale again, gather the energy at the roots. Lift the elbows, gaze up, slight back bend if you want. And then exhale, slowly round. I'm going to show it from the side as well for the last one. And then inhale, slowly come up. Lift the chest, the elbows. And then exhale, slowly down. From here, bring the arms again. And then inhale, big circle all the way up. Exhale, hands coming down. And then inhale, one more. And then exhale. And one more. Try to really open your inner space, your arms, your fingers. Spread them. From here, swing this time the left arm under the right. And then pull gently the elbows in. And then inhale, gather the energy from the roots. Lift the elbows, maybe drop the head only if that's okay with your neck. Exhale, gently taking the elbows down to the navel. Inhale. Rise from your sitting bones all the way up, and then exhale slowly. Round. One more time. Inhale. And then exhale. From here, slowly open again the arms to the side and all the way up. And then exhale, taking the hands down along the center line of the body. Place your hands down into the floor in front of you and just gently find your way onto your knees, and from your knees up into a downward dog. So the sequence is going to help us to open the shoulders, to create more space, liberation. Shoulders, neck, chest, heart area, but also we will open the hips. So kind of like an all-around liberation practice. As you sway a little bit from the hips from side to side, allow yourself to connect to your body. Really feel your feet
Feel the weight of the head dropping. And then from here, slowly coming down onto the knees. Open the knees big and wide. Get your big toes together. Gently coming down into a child's pose. Either arms reaching forward, or if you want, you can have the hands into prayer. So again, opening the shoulders and the hips at the same time. Just 5 deep breaths here, taking the time for you to lend. Breathe down to your roots and sense and feel the whole body, your breath, really connecting to yourself. Grounding into yourself and releasing your day. Last breath. A long and full exhale through your mouth. And from here, slowly stretch with both arms forward. Find your way back into a downward dog. And then again, just walking it out gently. And slowly start to walk to the top of your mat. Step by step, foot by foot, getting here. If you want, you can grab your elbows, let your upper body sway a little bit, move from side to side. You can bend the knees if it's too intense on the hamstrings. And again, no rush, just giving yourself time to arrive, to connect, to breathe and let go. Very last breath here. And then all the air out through your mouth as you release the grip of the shoulders, arms. And slowly, gently rounding yourself up. Coming all the way up to standing. You can roll the shoulders back a few times. And then slowly gather the feet together. Place your hands in front of the heart in prayer position. And just take this time to settle, to feel your steady presence. If your mind wanders away, bring it back onto the breath, inviting with every inhalation a breath of release, of fresh energy, and every exhalation, letting go, setting ourselves free from what no longer serves us. And we'll take these eagle arms all the way through the practice. So again, just take both arms up, inhale, and now swing the right arm underneath the left. Press at the elbows and at the wrist. On an inhale, press your feet firmly into the floor. Gently push the hips forward, lift the heart, the chest, little back bend. On the exhale, slowly taking the elbows down, coming back into standing neutral position. 2 more times. Inhale, press your feet down, lift the little back bend, and then exhale, gathering and grounding. 1 more time. Inhale, engaging our legs, our quads, creating a solid base, and then exhale, slowly elbows back down to the heart level. Slowly open the arms to the side and gently swan dive down. From here, release your head, your neck, step back with your right foot, take your right knee down. A little variation of the classical sun salutation. On an inhale, both arms coming up into low lunge, and then again swing the right arm underneath the left. Press it at the elbows, at the wrist if you can. Make sure your left foot is positioned properly. You can even take it a little bit more to the left side, knee above the ankle. You can use your back toes to solidify your position so you're not falling to the side. And if your knee is sensitive, you may want to have like a blanket along the center of the mat to support you. On an inhale, slowly gather again. Imagine you draw the inner thighs towards each other. Maybe if this is too much with the back bend, you just lift it slightly up, you gaze forward. Exhale, slowly take the arms down. Inhale again, gather. And then on the exhale, slowly down. One more time. Inhale. Press the front foot down, press your back toes down, and slowly freeing the arms, taking your hands down to the earth. And then from here, stepping back into a downward dog. From downward dog, coming down onto the knees. And from the knees, big toes together, pull your hips back to the heels, knees are wide open. Inhale, big circle all the way up. And then exhale, slowly take the hands down and flow forward to the earth. This time flowing freely as we don't have the shoulder openers anymore. Hands in prayer underneath your forehead. Just take a full breath here. And then long and full exhale. From here, taking the arms behind, interlace your hands. If it's difficult to interlace, just take the arms to the side and take your feet up from the floor. Lift your heart, your chest in locust, Savasana. Shoulders down, away from the ears. And exhale, slowly coming down. And gently press yourself back up into downward dog. From the downward dog, step forward with your right foot and take your left knee down. Again, make sure that your ankle stays underneath your knee. Inhale, both arms up. If you need to get the foot slightly closer, fine. And this time swing your left arm under the right. Crossing again, eagle arms. On an inhale, slowly gather. Try to have your sitting bones coming towards each other. Pressing your back toes into the earth. Exhale, slowly down. Inhale again. Press the front foot down. We need to first root down and then we can rise. And then one more time. Inhale. And then exhale. Slowly taking the arms down to the floor. Step forward with your left foot. And then an inhale with a big circle, come all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands back to the right. Inhale, arms up. And this time swing your left arm under the right. We do it on the other side. Crossing at the elbows at the wrist. On an inhale, slowly lift and little back bend. Exhale, slowly take the elbows down. Inhale, press your feet down. Rise, chest lifts, and exhale, ground. One more time, inhale. And then exhale. From here, slowly coming down with your upper body opening the arms to the side. So swan dives down, hands to the earth. And then take your left foot back. Left knee's coming down. We did everything on the right side. Now we do everything on the left. Inhale, both arms up. Maybe step a little closer with your right foot. Swing your left arm under the right. Inhale, gather and bow. And exhale, ground. Inhale. Press the front foot down, activate your back toes, keep your eyes open so you don't fall to the side. And then slowly hands to the earth, step back into downward dog. From downward dog, gently come down to the knees, open the knees to the side. And take your bum back to the heels. Inhale, big circle all the way up.
And then exhale, sliding down and forward to the earth. Staying in a fluid mood and landing on the earth, hands into prayer. Once you are down, take a deep breath. And then exhale through the mouth. Release your hips, your legs, your chest to the earth. Taking gently our arms behind. Interlace your hands if you can. Spread your toes, and on an inhale, rise for locust. Exhale, slowly coming down. And gently press back into the dog. From here, the left foot steps forward, right knee is down. On an inhale, both arms up. Take your right arm under the left. Always the side that is not where the leg is. Yeah, so this leg is not on the front, so that's the side that goes under. And then inhale, slowly up. And exhale, ground. Activate your toes, your feet, keep the eyes open, gaze up. And exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Slowly hands to the earth, step forward. And then an inhale, come all the way up with a big circle. And then exhale, hands to the heart. This was one full round. Let's see if we have it more in our system already, so we can flow with it a little bit more fluidly. We will do only one from each repetition instead of 3. Starting again with the right arm, inhale. Swing your right arm under the left. Cross at the elbows at the wrist. Press your feet down. Inhale. Elbows lifting. And then exhale, belly in, coming down with a flat back, opening the arms to the side. Freeing those arms and swan dive down. From here, right foot stepping back, knee down. Inhale, both arms up. And right arm coming under. Deep breath here, inhale. And exhale, frame the arms, hands to the earth. Step back to downward dog. From downward dog down to our knees. Pull back to the heels. Slide with your arms. Inhale, open, big circle, enjoying the freedom of movement. And then exhale, flowing through. All the way to the front. Landing into full surrender, hands into prayer. A deep breath here. Long exhale through the mouth. Taking the arms behind and rise with Savasana, locust pose. Slowly coming down and back into downward dog. Right foot steps forward, left knee down. Inhale. And now take your left arm under the right. Cross it. Deep breath in, rise. And exhale. Hands to the earth. We step forward. Release your head, your neck. Inhale all the way up to standing. And exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, both arms up. And then this time the left arm swings under the right. Inhale, press the feet down, root down, lift your heart to your chest. Exhale, slowly come down with the long spine. Open the arms, the wings. Swan dive down. Left foot steps back. Left knee is down. And inhale.
Left arm coming under. Push the front foot into the earth. Inhale, rise. And exhale, hands to the earth. Downward dog. From downward dog, knees down. Pull your toes together. Hips back. Deep breath. Inhale, big circle. And like a plunge into the waves. Flow all the way through. Landing onto our bellies. Hands in prayer. A deep breath here. Full exhale. Hands under, no, hands behind. No cobra, just locust. Giving a little bit more of the shoulder opening. Spread your toes. And then from here back into downward dog. Take your left foot to the front, right knee down, and inhale, arms up. Swing the right arm under. Gather the energy at the roots, inhale, and exhale. Bring the arms, hands to the earth, and step forward. Inhale, rise. Big circle. And exhale, hands to the heart. Could take a moment here, come back to your mudra. And just sense the breath, maybe more space for your breath to come in. Inviting lightness, grace, ease, and freedom into this flow. Offering what is attaching us, what we are attached to, for a greater harmony. That's the tricky thing, right? Sometimes we believe, but why is life asking us to release that? That is so good for us. Well, maybe there is something even greater, and we don't see that yet. We should trust these cycles. Now slowly from here, we'll continue just a little bit more with the active flow. Good, again, just taking the arms down. And this time, just sit down into a chair pose. On an inhale, taking both arms up, swinging the right arm under the left, crossing the elbows, wrists. On an inhale, try to really bring your inner thighs together, squeeze them, lift the energy, a little back bend. Exhale, slowly coiling in, pulling the elbows towards the center line, the navel. Inhale, lift, and exhale. And then one more time, inhale, and then exhale, slowly opening the arms to the side. Exhale, hands to the earth, release your head, your neck. And then from here, slowly step back with your right foot. Taking the knee down. Inhale, take both arms up. Swing your right arm under. On an inhale, open. And then on the exhale, slowly take the elbows down. You can choose to stay here or maybe coming a little higher with the knee off the floor. Inhale, coming slightly up. And then exhale down. One more time. Inhale, gather the energy. Keep your eyes open and then exhale slowly down. And now we're going to free the arms and we're going to turn a quarter to the right. So you can take your left hand down to the floor, right arm is opening, feeling the freedom to move. And then right hand coming towards the left foot. Left arm up, right leg straight, left leg bend. Then one more time on each side. Inhale. And then exhale. And then inhale again. And then back. And then from here, slowly turn back towards the front. Step back into downward dog. Take your knees down to the earth. Pull back into this wide child's pose position with the legs. Inhale, both arms up. And then exhale, slowly dive in. Coming all the way through. And land. Release all effort, taking a deep breath here. And full exhale. Take your hands behind you. On an inhale, rise for the locust. And slowly release back into the downward dog. And from here, left foot comes to the front and right knee down. Inhale, both arms up. And now right arm coming under. Deep breath in, gather the energy. Lift. And then exhale. If you want, you can tuck your back toes under. Lift your back knee. On an inhale, gather. Keep your eyes open, keep the legs pressing away the floor. One more time, deep breath in. And exhale. And then from here, slowly, turning a quarter to the right, left hand on the floor. And then take left arm up. One more on each side, deep breath in. And the other way around. And then from here, slowly, both hands back to the front. Step forward, release your head, your neck. And then come all the way up into a chair, deep breath. And now if you want, you can bring the feet together or keep it a little bit open. Left arm coming under, right arm above. Deep breath in, lift. And exhale, gently ground. Inhale, gathering the energy, squeezing the thighs together. Belly in. And exhale, rooting down. One more time, deep breath in. And exhale. Slowly freeing the arms. And you can open the arms, one dive down. Release your head, your neck, and step back with the left foot. Inhale, both arms up. Swaying the left arm under. Inhale, arms up. Elbows up. Exhale, slowly down. See if you can maybe lift the back knee. Inhale. And exhale, ground. One more time. Inhale, press your back, toes backwards, heel backwards. Exhale, down. Slowly freeing the arms. Turn a quarter to the left, and this time, just stay high up. Like opening the arms. I'm going to show you from the front so you don't see my butt all the time. Yeah, so just opening here, using the core strength to lengthen the spine. And opening the arms free. One more time. Right, and then from here, coming back to the front and stepping back into downward dog. Take your knees down. And then pull back onto the heels. Deep breath, big circle. And then exhale, slowly diving all the way through. Land on the ground. Take a full breath here. Really release your whole body to the earth. Drop it. And then from here, taking the arms behind, interlace your hands. Rise, spread the toes, the legs. And hands down, press back into the middle. And then taking our right foot to the front, so we're symmetric at the end, knee is coming down. Deep breath in. And from here, left arm coming under. Cross at the elbow, at the wrist. Last round, deep inhale. Rise. Exhale, ground. You can stay on the knee or pick the knee off the floor. And then on an inhale, gather. And exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale slowly again through the arms, come quarter to the left. And then you can just stay high. Again, crossing at the center, inhale, and then exhale, open to the side. And then from here, slowly coming back to the front, both hands to the earth. And take your right shin bone in front of you. Let your left leg slide back. And then inhale, slowly lift your heart, your chest, shoulders down. Be mindful of your knee. If it's sensitive in the pigeon, you might want to do an eye of the needle on your back or put a blanket underneath your knee. And then on the exhale, slowly come down. You can place your hands underneath your forehead. And just breathing here calmly, releasing the body as much as you can. Receiving the breath into your center and softening with every exhale. So we want to keep the hips square to the center. Maybe you need to use a block underneath your hip if it's flying high or you are more leaning on the side. We are here for 5 more breaths. Try to really just let go, settle, release any type of control and drive. And just really feel how gravity is pulling you in. Last breath here. And then full exhale. And then slowly from here, very gently start to come out of your pose. Walk back. Lean on that right hip. If you had a block there, take it out. And then swing your left leg across. I'm going to come in front of you. So the right leg is on the knees, the left leg is on top for a shoelace, as we are now transitioning into the yin side.
If this is too intense for your knees or your hips, and maybe one hip is high up here, then just try to do half shoelace. Yeah, so the right leg would be straight in front of you, left knee coming on top and across. Yeah, so try to have both sitting bones on the floor. The left leg is on top. So on an inhale, we take both arms up and we will swing the left arm under. So it's the opposite arm that is on the top. We are back again into the eagle arms. And you can choose if you stay up here because you already feel enough sensations. You feel how we're opening the triceps, the deltoids. Maybe you feel the hips, outer hips. But maybe you want to feel a little bit more, so you can lean forward, take the elbows more in, maybe take your chin more in. So you can play where you want to be. Maybe elbows on your knees. And once we settle into our posture, then we can start to really breathe into the areas where we feel there is something tight, something more dense. And imagine that you just breathe the air of liberation there. Be mindful of your knees. If they are hurting here, you can always try to do shoelace on your back. Most of the time it's easier. So if you just come, have the same shape and just try to hold your feet here on the side. Or even that, if it's too much, then you can try to do eye of the needle and just hold under your thigh. One leg is across to the side. And you just hold onto the thigh. Yeah, so these are your options. And for the last few breaths, you can always explore if your body wants to go maybe a little deeper, maybe into a bit more forward fold. That would probably increase a little bit your sensations in the hips, or maybe to tilt your chin more in could increase the stretch on the upper back, neck, shoulder area. And the last breath here, nice long inhale. And then a full exhale. Slowly taking the arms all the way up again in a big circle. And then from here, again, just have a little side bend on an inhale, one side, and then gently moving to the other side. And slowly coming back. Maybe you want to kind of roll the shoulders a few times. And then from here, take your hands behind you, free the legs, have a little windshield wipers. It's an asymmetric move with our hips. And then from here, slowly we can just move the other way around, taking our left shin bone in front of us, letting the right leg go behind us for the pigeon on the left side. Again, check if you need maybe a block underneath your left hip. You want to have both hips squared to the front as we stay here just for a few minutes, few moments. Maybe 1 minute. It's just our transition pose from the yin-yang, the yang module, the yang bit, the little flow in it, into the yin. So on an inhale, slowly reach up, we can engage a little bit, and then slowly we come down. Right, so you can observe that our transition from the fluid part to the yin part is now happening with this pigeon, as we are not holding it for the full length of a yin pose, but we are holding it way longer than we would hold anything in the flow. So very important that we create an easy, fluid, balanced transition between the two bits, the yin and the yang, the yang and the yin. So it feels natural. And just breathing here. Maybe you want to lie completely down. Maybe you are on your lower arms. Receiving the breath deep down into our roots. The very last breath here, nice long inhale, and the full exhale through the mouth. And then from here, slowly take your hands underneath the shoulders, gently press yourself up. If you had a block underneath your left hip, you can take it out. You can lean on that left hip to swing your back leg forward and coming into the shoelace again. This time on the other side. So we will have the right leg on top, the left underneath. Try to have both sitting bones on the ground, hips even, feet towards your hips. Be mindful of the knee if it's hurting or your right hip comes up. Just do half shoelace with the left leg extended forward. Have a moment to settle. And then from here, slowly taking both of our arms all the way up. We have the right leg on top, so we will swing the right arm under. Again, if it's too much for the shoulders, you can always just hold it here, or just make any variations. that arm more easy on you. Noticing your sensations in our hips, in our arms and shoulders, and noticing if this is enough for us or we want more, and maybe we can choose to lean forward. And once you found your pose, then just really breathe. Don't stop breathing, don't go into a very shallow breath, but let the breath come in abundantly. It's a fine line between receiving the breath deeper and abundantly versus, forcefully moving the breath. So try to just let it happen. Think of rather absorbing the breath, receiving it, especially into areas which are more tight, more stiff. And then with every exhale, feel how you have the power to let go, to release. And for the last few breaths here, if you want, you can try. If you want to go maybe a little deeper into the pose, or stay where you were, or even coming out because it has been too intense. And the last breath here. Long and full exhale. Slowly taking the arms all the way up. Again, enjoy a little bit of a free move. And we can just go into a side bend again. And then inhale, open. On the exhale, slowly come back down. And then let's open the other side. Inhale. And exhale. Taking the hands behind you, freeing the legs. And a little windshield wipers. Loosening our hips. And for our last pose, we will have a nice dragonfly, so open both legs. In case you have anything going on with your spine and it's sensitive and it's hard to round your back, or your hamstrings are really tight and pulling, you may consider to do a dragonfly against the wall. So you would be just lying here with your torso and then open the legs against the wall. Could be very relaxing. We're going to do the forward fold. If you need, you can use a block or a bolster to have here in front of you. The bolster can even serve in order to kind of hold you quite high up if you put it straight, inclined, or you could use a block to place your head on it and to prevent you from going too deep. Very important that in yin we're always checking where is our furthest edge, where it feels really intense, and then we step away from it and we start the pose not at the furthest edge. And so let's start together. With an inhale, we can just have a little lift, a little lengthening. And then slowly with an exhalation, you can start to come down. First, maybe with a straight spine, and then you can slowly allow your chin to come more in. Check where's your furthest edge, where you feel maybe the hamstrings really getting alert, or your inner legs, or maybe your lower back. We can allow our feet to fall in, we are not regulating them. So find that edge that feels like woof, and then walk back from it. And see if you want to use the block, or maybe you are on your lower arms, or maybe you are on a block and your arms. You can also just support your head up here. As long as you feel sensations and you have a sense of letting go, this is why we're doing this pose at the end. After all the bounding and squeezing and all of that, now we want to just drop and let gravity do the work for us. So yeah, find that place where you can feel this release. Then once you are in your pose, just let the breath come and go effortlessly. Observe all the sensations. And if you feel that the body is opening a little bit more, maybe you can release yourself a tiny bit deeper. But it's not a must. It's very important in yin, we are not pushing ourselves, we don't have a goal to go super deep. We are interested in investigating ourselves, our sensations. And oftentimes when we don't go to our edge, when we do less, there are more things to feel. And for the last minute, check if your body wants to maybe go a little deeper into the pose. If it opened up, the muscles softened. You can still play with your block or your bolster or use none of those. Just look for a place where you can let go, release yourself. And the last breath here. You can have a nice and full exhale through the mouth at the end. And then slowly start to walk your way back. You can take your hands one by one. Let your vertebrae come back one by one all the way up. And then we can just help our legs move the knees in. And we're going to roll down onto our back. As we go down, we can have a little shake. And we can definitely give ourselves another windshield wipers for our hips. And then find the most comfortable position for you to just rest in. Maybe hug the knees in one more time. Maybe put a bolster underneath your knees as you lie down into your Savasana. Maybe Savasana on your back is not comfortable for you. So then you can just roll on your side. And if available to you, it could be quite nice to go more into a more spacious Savasana. With the legs more open, the arms more open, to really let the energies, the blood, all the fluids circulate freely. And then release your whole body to the earth, release your jaw, relax your face muscles. And as we're sinking into this beautiful space at the end of our practice, it could be a moment to really deeply listen within and ask yourself, what is it that I'm really ready to release, to let go of, out of love for myself? And maybe the mind immediately answers something, but give yourself a little bit more time and ask your heart. Try to sense and feel your body. Our emotions linked to our body.
is it that you're ready to release, to let go? Out of love for yourself, not because you have to, not because someone else told you, but because that's what's coming from your heart, that it will be more loving, it will be lighter, it will be more fun, more joyful for you once you release it. And just breathe in a few more breaths here. Breaths with love for yourself, your whole body, your mind, your heart. Drinking in from the limitless, the spacious, unlimited spirit. And then slowly you can start to move a little bit your toes, your fingers. It feels nice, you can stretch yourself a bit. And then gently roll onto your side. And from there, find a comfortable, nice way to come up into sitting position.
And then let's just slowly take our hands back into the Garuda mudra, the one that we started with. Crossing at the wrist, crossing the thumbs, and place it at the heart. And just take a few loving breaths here for yourself. Welcoming yourself as the one that you are. And just noticing, where did this practice take you? What shifted, what opened up? And then let's just have one together to close this practice. And may all the energies that we moved, may all the effort that we put into this practice, may our intentions be heard and create a greater balance in our own life and contribute to a greater balance on the planet. So taking a deep breath in. And then slowly you can take the hands together in front of the heart. Bow to your heart, bow to your own wisdom and limitless spirit. May it guide you on your journey. And thank you so much for connecting, for sharing this practice. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Feel free to leave a comment, leave some feedback. It's always nice to hear from you. And if you are interested in finding out more about our immersions, trainings, retreats, workshops, please go onto our website, which you can find underneath the video. And especially if you love the yin and the yang combination, then you're very welcome to discover our yin and yang teacher training that I created. It's quite unique, and as you could sense and feel, it's a really soulful journey, really kind of melting, bounding these two elements. And of course it's way more than what we did here, but this was a great pathway also to create balance and liberation, both on the yin and the yang side. Namaste.